Greetings. We are Simion, the Evolutionary Collective. We are grateful for your question about how you can use collective consciousness to change your world. This question in itself shows that you have developed quite a bit from your last question, and this question is the one that is the most important for you to be asking. So we see that this shows that you have developed your being, and for those that have asked this, we congratulate you for your insight into the importance of this question. So as you must understand, if you have asked this about the collective consciousness, that you understand that it exists, that there is a collective. And what does a collective mean? A collective begins with the individuals that are joined together into a whole, you see. And the idea of consciousness implies a certain awareness. What level of that awareness is the topic of this conversation, because as you are all might be aware, you are always collectively creating. But whether you are doing it with consciousness is an entirely different story. And in that consciousness implies what level of awareness. Without consciousness, the level of awareness is small, you see. And it exists in a reactive way. And much of the creation on your planet has existed in this manner, where you are collectively creating, but it is done in a chaotic way, because it is done in a reactive mode. Your reactive nature is creating, not your conscious awareness. And so you are creating based on all your external stimuli, and that is programming the mind, and that is what then the mind and the consciousness is creating, you see. So the question then begs, what is it that you would like to collectively create? And would you like to do it with awareness? And it is implied that this is the case. So knowing this, how can you collectively, consciously create your reality, your world? And this is for you to consider. As you are creating unconsciously, there is a lot of chaos naturally created, as there is no unity in your creation, and it is all based on a lot of reactive behavior, and a lot of lower emotional behaviors and thinking and processing. Firstly, you must understand that all of this in your universe is energy, and that all of your thoughts and all of your emotions are forms of energy that then create the actions and the materialization of those thoughts and emotions into your three-dimensional reality. As you process this idea that all is energy, the level of that energy is what creates your environment. And your experiences individually add to a collective whole. So now if you are doing this in a chaotic way, without much conscious awareness, then you are creating a world that is full of chaos. And this is what you've been doing for many millennia. And it is time to be aware of this conscious collective reality. And this question is relevant to the fact that you are becoming aware of your ability to collectively create, and we thank you for this. So how do you go from a chaotic collection of a consciousness to a more evolved and higher dimensional perspective? We guess that this is where you would like to be headed. First, understand that all of your thoughts, all of your emotions have this energy. They are energy. And that there are various frequencies of that energy. So if you are at a lower emotional, chaotic, reactive frequency, then this is what you will create. So what you would like to do then is elevate your frequency, so that you are vibrating the energy that you are putting out in these thought forms and emotional forms to a higher level of consciousness. And in this higher level of awareness and higher level of emotion and thought processes, you then create the actions follow through to manifest a lighter vibrational world. It is a very simple calculation, you see. And this is the most important key for you collectively, consciously creating the world that you desire, which is one of love and kindness and peace and harmony, and the Mother Earth in balance with all that you do and all that you create together as a unity, and all of the manifestations that the human race brings forth onto the planet. You wish it to be of a higher vibrational nature so that you are manifesting a beautiful world that you all desire, where there is abundance and sharing of your gifts. So if this is what you would like to create consciously and collectively, then it first starts with each individual imagining this possibility, bringing your vibration up to a level of love unconditionally, with appreciation, and tapping into that soul level of yourself, which is multidimensional and sees the energy that everything is, and understands that the world is all energy, and that every manifestation is based on the thought processes and the emotional energy that is created in your world. So as each individual thinks at this higher vibrational level, they are creating more of that level of energy into your universe. And that is the all-powerful force that can create what it is that you all desire. So within this short transmission, if you can firstly just recognize the power of those thoughts and emotions and where your frequency is in those, and if you are at a level of fear, you are going to create fear. If you are at a level of personal desires alone, then you will create that. And you will not collectively join with those that are desiring to elevate the entire species and the planet. So put your consciousness in the right place, and we will give you a suggestion to unite your collective energies as you are getting into that higher vibrational thought of creating the world that you wish. If you can all do this a few minutes a day, and technically speaking, it does not matter when you do it, but if you would like to add to the effect of that creation collectively, you may consider putting an alarm signal for the time of 11, and meditating and even just visualizing the energy that you are emitting of peace and harmony and healing for the planet and healing for the universe. And imagine all of the light that is within that energy, the light force that is creation, coming alive and blossoming within each individual soul. And that this is cleansing their being, enlightening their spirit so that they are giving from their soul. And if all are doing this, it is enlightening the planet. And if you can imagine this in whatever way works for your consciousness, but bring that elevation to that feeling of love and appreciation for all the beings of light in your world, and knowing that all are beings of light, and that they can be sharing this and brightening the entire planet. And if you can take this time at 11 o'clock, 11 in the day or 11 in the night, however you wish to perceive, it does not matter. But if you can do this from 11 o'clock to 11:11, 11 minutes, you see, you will be adding an excessive amount of energy to this consciousness. And many of you have an understanding and a connection with this number 11 and the 11 on the clock, or the 11:11, which is a doubling of the consciousness of the number 1, which is creation, which is the purity of something new, being blossomed, being born into your world. And this is what you collectively would like to create, no? So you can use your higher vibrational consciousness to change your world in any moment, But you can give it an extra added power if you do it at 11 o'clock, doubling the number 1 power of enlightenment and a gateway to something new. And do it until 11:11, and you are doubling and doubling again, you see, the consciousness of a new beginning. So if you can imagine, it does not matter what you are doing during that time of day. If you can just stop for a moment, it does not have to be a complicated experience, but if you can stop for a moment and just give it your awareness to elevating your consciousness and elevating the light within each individual as a then unified whole, collective, a unified oneness. Again, we experience the number 1. If you can imagine the oneness of the universe filled with light, you can heal the world that you live in, heal your planet, and heal those that are under distress right now with tragedies that are happening in the world. And you can send them light and help them to reveal that which they are experiencing as tragedy as something beautiful, as something to behold, to change their existence, to change your ways, and to turn these experiences into something of light, and to diminish any further effects of damage that has been done. So in healing this system that you are within, it only requires that conscious awareness, that elevation of your level of soul. Each individual is where this starts. Again, the individual one as a part of the whole one, you see. And there is your power. It is within the individual and the consciousness of each individual. And it's each individual's recognition that they are part of a oneness. This is your gateway. So join in your oneness. Your one may join those others and become a one and a one and a one and a one. And all of those ones amplified. And there is created then the unity of the whole one. And we will join you, many from the higher realms, to be with you at that 11 to 11:11. And you may ask for our assistance and the assistance of the angelic realms to guide you in helping the planet, so that the planet will be surrounded by light beings in assistance to humanity and the planet Earth. And it is so.